My question is for Ross. I actually knew you as an impressionist before I knew you as an actor, and I wondered how being an impressionist helps you with your acting, and who's your favorite celebrity to impersonate?
Ooh. Yeah, I think it does help a lot, because whenever I'm trying to do an impression, I kind of like reverse engineer who they are by how they carry their body and how they hold their face and everything, and I try to think of the voice for an act or for a character every time I come up with a new character. So like with Aaron, I actually really wanted to do a very like thick Southern drawl, but Scott Gimple was like, no, we're not doing that. We already had Eugene on the show doing that, and plenty of other people. But yeah, I think it does. The voice helps inform the characters more than anything, and that's been a useful tool for sure when I'm creating characters. Yeah.
So being on Walking Dead, how has that affected your personal zombie plans? What are you guys going to do when it all kicks off?
You dig your cellars out yet? You've been stocking up on supplies?
No, I'm making a kill list, actually. Once there are no more police around.
Can I add some people to your list?
Yes. Sweet.
How about you, Nadia? Do you have plans for the apocalypse rising?
I think I would be fine. I definitely noticed when I came on the show, I had a lot of nightmares. I think it helped. I don't know if I, helped becoming the character, but it was obviously real, or my unconsciousness. And I mean, I said it many times before, but you just get into situations where the walkers are, off screen, and there's a little break and they're sipping Coca-Cola and telling each other jokes, and you're like, this is not helping. So, you step away and you try to overhear the jokes and the laughter and the good times they're having, thankfully offset, when they're not filming. But it definitely was real for me in the beginning. And so I'm not sure if it's just acting, unconscious, real to me, and if it were to really happen, but I'm pretty crazy. So I think I'd be fine.
Ross, are you gonna be fine?
Yeah, I stick by my answer that I've been saying for years. I'm gonna go to Costco with some friends. We're gonna fuse the doors shut, we're getting welding material, fuse the doors shut, and then we'll be fine. That's it. We'll have people manning the doors at all times, making sure no one comes in, and that's all. You can live in a Costco for like 20 years, I think.
I'm curious as to where you're going to find all these people to weld the doors. Who are you going to be using? Are you talking about like brother or?
Yeah, I got welder friends. Don't worry about it. You can have a kill list. I can't have welder friends.
How about you, Juliana?
Oh, I never leave my house anyway, so I'd be just fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm quite a homebody. I think I'd be all right.
Hey, this question's for all of you. Which character that's still living do you wish was dead? And which character that is dead do you wish was still living?
I wish Daryl was dead. I personally think that Daryl can't be killed by any other person. I think he should fall into a deep depression and hang himself. And then I'd like to have Tyrese back. What? You answered your question. I'm answering your question.
How about you, Ross? Anybody you want to
follow that up?
That was you want to see him dead. Is there anyone who is dead you'd like to see back?
Yeah, I say Abraham, because I love Cutlets, and I love that character. And we need some more levity in the show again. Like, there's no one doing kind of funny quips. Even like Negan seems like he's kind of broken now, and he's not doing his, yeah, there you go. He's not doing his goofy, jokey stuff anymore. He's more broken. So like, I think we need like a guy to say bitch nuts every now and again,
Yeah, I'm with you, Abraham.
Yeah. Anyone you want to see? That's a morbid question. I mean, Seth was just open and honest about who he wants gone, but...
Yeah, I thought that the whole purpose of these panels was, transparency. But it seems like it's going to be a lot of ducking questions, so. Next question.
Juliana, anybody you'd like to see back or oft?
I can't think of anyone I'd like to see off, but I wouldn't mind seeing myself back. It's an impossibility, but a girl can dream.
The skills that you guys learned on the set, have you actually adopted it into your, normal everyday life now?
You mean like how to machete somebody to death?
Yeah. Juliana, did you pick up a skill, especially through Arrow and Walking Dead maybe in the beginning?
A skill that applies to my everyday life?
That you still carry on to this day, off set, off the show?
I occasionally will threaten people with my bow staff when I want something. But that's about it.
Right.
No, I mean, I think the skills that I learned on Arrow in particular, because it was more time spent for me on that set, it was stamina, how to use and monitor and maintain my energy, and set boundaries and do things for myself and my well-being that I didn't know how to do before I was on a set like that.
Ross, did you pick up anything?
I guess macing people in the face. Yeah. It is fun. I think the thing I like most about Aaron is just his diplomacy. He's a very diplomatic guy. I try to infuse a lot of that into my life because I feel like the patience of Aaron is very admirable, and I try to emulate a little bit of that. Yeah.
Awesome.
What might be interesting for you to know, Ross, one of my first movies, they taught me how to weld. Like really.
You're on my team then. Yeah. Let's go to Costco.
I was not sure if I want to be part of that Costco crew, but you kind of convinced me, so I'm like now ready to.
Coincidentally, we are doing a Costco run next week.
Yeah.
I
know.
We should figure out a date.
I know. I have to.
You want Wednesday?
Yeah.
You guys like Costco? Who likes Costco?
Let's
trip.
We're like Costco, Walmart heads. We're just like, yeah.
I love Walmart. I mean, I'm European. The fact that you can go. I remember when I came to America, I would just like get so excited at 1 a.m. and go to Walmart. And I mean, again, my life is. It sounds sad. It's beautiful. It's very rich, but the things that excite me, like being able to go shopping on a Sunday, that you can do that in Europe, going shopping at 1 a.m. and you can buy from toilet paper to, a saw. Okay, that sounds weird. That came out wrong.
Or welding material.
Is fantastic.
Do you ever see that movie Moscow on the Hudson with Robin Williams?
Robin Williams, yeah.
He plays a Russian guy who defects to the U.S. And he goes into a supermarket and becomes overwhelmed in the toilet paper aisle.
No.
Because there's so many versions of toilet paper and everything.
I mean, the amount of cereal you have
exactly.
is like, it can't be healthy for you guys. Like, that cannot be good for your mental health, too. And also, like, it's not just that, it's like Netflix, Hulu. Like, I just want to watch a movie, and it takes me an hour and a half. And then I'm like, I'm just gonna clean. Like, this is...
There should be like a randomizer option on Netflix. You just press like a button and it just rolls the dice and then it
They've
picks
added
for
it.
you.
Really?
Yeah, it's like
Really?
there's a play something button in the lower left corner.
Well, all right. Okay. Well,
There you go.
yeah, they should have that. Yeah, because they already have. Yeah.
You invented that.
Hi, my question is for Seth. Do you feel slighted at all that you didn't get your comic book death? Because it's pretty gross.
It was pretty gross.
How do you die in the comics?
He falls from the top of the water tower, getting his ankle caught. It breaks. He's hanging upside down. Beta comes, slits his stomach open, and then the horde kind of eats him to the bone. That's the,
That sounds awful.
wow. Yeah. No, I wasn't unhappy about that. But I just hope that if and when the end for Father Gabriel comes, it is kind of as epic as that water tower death, except without being eaten to the bone, I think.
What is the most challenging scene that you guys did on the show?
Wow. Deep thought.
I always say it, but the lineup with Negan, that was just the most. Yeah, we get it. God, that was just like good.
Sneaking calling. What'd you just say?
No, that was just because it was just like the most intense physical and mental and emotional acting I think we've ever done on the show. Even though there wasn't a lot of like stunts or anything, you know, you're on your knees in this terrible situation. You're freezing your butt off. It was the end of the year and then the beginning of filming for season 7, I think, yeah. And just having to cry that often. That doesn't sound that difficult, but like when you're crying, it takes a toll on you. And we weren't getting any sleep because we were shooting from like 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. every day for like 10 days straight, and it was
That must have helped a lot.
Yes, it did, because we were like losing our minds.
Yeah.
Like we were not sleeping, and
Yeah.
like, you know,
Yeah.
most of our job was just to react. You know, Jeffrey had to do most of the heavy lifting because he's up there, you know, doing all this monologuing and everything, and he crushed it literally. Let's go. Bad images. But like we just had to watch 2 of our best friends get killed brutally, and that was just having that go through our heads over and over again was so brutal and so awful to consider. But I think it's some of our best work on the show, even though I never want to watch those episodes again. You know.
Wow, that's a good one. How about you, Nadia?
Well, I don't want to answer after that one. Everything I'm going to say is like, whoa, boo. That sounds hard. I think the cave scene was because it was just dark all day in there and just so physically, physical, right? Yeah, not physically. And that was fun. Yeah, but I enjoyed it. I like everything that's hard on the show. I love.
Seth? Worst scene or worst experience on that show?
Most challenging. The most challenging stuff is trying to keep my composure when I'm working opposite certain people. Like when I work opposite Ross, I have to suppress the urge to make fun of him.
You never suppressed that urge, by the way. I don't think you've ever suppressed that urge.
Well, that's why it's a challenge.
I was saying to you yesterday, I feel like I'm the little brother he never had, and he picks on me relentlessly. What would you say?
I'd say we might have to have some DNA tests if you're like, you know. I don't know, dude. You're an easy target. What do you want me to say? It's true.
It's great.
He is. He's just so incredibly earnest about everything. He's like, really?
Yeah.
What? I said, what? Really? So, you know, you get great reactions out of him. Like when we were doing the episode for season 10C, the COVID episodes, I have to fall into a pit of mud. And so I wanted to get Ross involved in it. Now, it wasn't written where his character gets muddy, but I figured if he's going to help me up, I'm going to fall into him and get him muddy. And the first time I did it, the look on his face was like, what the f? I was like, yeah, that's what I'm looking for, baby. That's on camera forever now. So, you know, trying to suppress those kinds of little gremlin moments that I have that come up in the middle of the darkest and most serious scenes are really the challenge for me.
Juliana, how about you?
I think physically the most uncomfortable scenes were honestly the ones where we were just standing, just kind of like observing and reacting, but just in the heat, not doing anything because you have time to like realize how hot it is, and you know. But emotionally, I think the most difficult scene was watching Herschel be killed. That was really sad. He was such an amazing, beloved character. And then also seeing, you know, the cast. I had only known him for like a week at that time, 2 weeks. But the cast, you know, had been with him for years. So that was really tough.
Do you have any favorite blooper moments?
What?
Yeah, super goofs, mistakes.
Yeah. This Ross running to the bathroom trying to get the arm off so he could, you know, do his thing. This was like, yeah, I just need to take the arm off. I need to 10-1. So if we could get this off as fast as we could get this off. I really need to 10-1. If we could just get this off so we could 10-1. Trying to pee my pants.
Pretty good impression.
I usually just let it go.
So now we know the code, 10-1. Okay.
Yes, 10-1 is P and 10-2 is
10-2 is, yeah.
And Ross has to 10-1 a lot because he's got a bladder the size of a baby's fist.
You know what? We said we weren't going to talk about my bladder for once. For one panel, can we not talk about my
It's
my
amazing.
bladder?
He'd be halfway through drinking and he starts to leak. It's unbelievable. So what's going on, dude?
I've had an entire Gatorade. By the way, I've been up here, haven't peed my pants, open nose, and you know, I'm doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, but he's wearing diapers.
I am wearing a diaper, yes,
You just don't see.
but I still haven't. You know what? I'm gonna try.
Hi, this is Michael Shanks, and you're watching Fandom Spotlight. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. The fate of the universe may depend on it. And have fun and follow your fandom.